figure out YouTube and YouTube Live. I haven't been live on YouTube in a very long time, and I'm even seeing if I can get my tripod set up. So I'm out here on a hike and testing I've got a 5G tower right here, and I was amazed at the speed. I think I'm going to move here to this little, like, I don't know, totally isolated spot. I think I would need to camp. So welcome you guys. Okay, I see we have a total of 0 people here so far. And so as people come on, and maybe we'll get, oh, hey, Sean. Okay, so just testing this. So this is going to be the spot, if I can figure out how to keep my camera set up, this is going to be the spot where we tell all the stories very, very soon. And so, hey, so, boy, it's harder to read these comments. How do you stop? So someone said, like, how do you stop sugar or something? And hey, Gail. Hey, you guys. The thing is, the comments are disappearing. So I need to figure out, this is one reason I should practice, because I can figure out how to read the comments. Hey, Erica. So the comments are coming, but someone just posted something about sugar, but I didn't see the full comment. So type that again. Try typing it again. And I need to figure out my interface and figure out where the comments are. Let's see. I'm working on it. Hey, Barbara. Hey, all right. I think maybe I'm going to go live on YouTube on a computer so I can see your comments a little bit easier. Because on the iPhone, hey, Lori. So I'm seeing a comment at a time. If I want to cut calories, should I cut fat so I eat enough protein? Asks Truly. And then let's see, before it's gone, how do I stop the sugar cravings? Okay, if you're if you're cutting calories, how do you cut? Yeah, I think I would tend, so you need to be satiated with your meal, and so you're going to want some fat, and but you know what? You're burning the fat, and so you're going to basically be like feeding yourself fat, like with your own body fat to some degree, but I'll tell you, it is not, I don't find it sustainable at all to eat like no fat, so, and I don't even want to like eat something with no fat. And so I think trying to find a balance, but that ends up being a pretty good place to kind of shave some calories off, is the fatty stuff. And so you could have a leaner meat, for instance. Protein, I haven't tended to eat a lot of protein, but my protein in the RBS model is about 6 to 8 ounces of protein. But I have some days where I really feel like I need some more. And so I don't feel like a protein craving is a bad one to like, to over, I'm not worried that like I didn't get fat because of protein cravings. It was other cravings that made me fat. So I do have some days where I eat more protein. Yeah, so yeah, calories, I would say I would go a little leaner on the fat, especially as you're losing the fat, because you got it stored and you're burning it, and you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. The sugar cravings, yeah, gosh, you guys, you got to starve them. I mean, bottom line, okay, let me read real quick before it's gone. Hey, congratulations. Okay, awesome. That's some great numbers. Hey, Mary Beth. But the sugar cravings, there's nothing super magical about that. You got to stop it. You got to stop and just draw the line and know and be really mindful that like the little taste of it brings it back, And it's one reason I have a video somewhere. You know what? I think it's in the psychology course, but it's about stevia. And one reason I actually think it works very well for me is people say like, oh, but it's got this aftertaste. Yeah, it has an aftertaste. And think about that. What if something has a sugar aftertaste? You're going to want more sugar. So that ends up not being a really great solution to stopping sugar cravings. You don't want something with a sugar aftertaste. And so you get the sweetness with the stevia without the aftertaste. But a problem there is like then people are making like the stevia desserts and stuff like that. And those are just calories. You just got to be strict for a while. Okay, looking real quick. Mary Beth, never thought I'd be doing this. Day 6, you're doing it, Mary Beth. And you are proving to yourself that you are doing it. Look at you doing it. Now let's just take a moment. Mary Beth, you're doing it. That's you. You are doing it. Be mindful. 6 days, you did it. Now you're going to do it for 7 and 8. You are showing yourself that you are the person who does that. And you, Mary Beth, are the only one who can do that for yourself. And I just missed a comment. Put it up again. Okay. And Barbara, there's no nutritional value. I call it happy drug and it makes me, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Barbara, it is like a happy drug. I mean, and we just have to know that, and that happy drug is really keeping us from our own happiness is what's happening. And we have to look at the whole picture, what we want, and know the donut, it's not getting us there. It's not getting us there, even though like in that moment, it's delicious. But we need to be like Mary Beth, who did this for 6 days and is proving to herself that she can do it. And nobody else can do that for you, you guys. Nobody else can do it. Lisa, in terms of stopping with the emotional eating, you're going to have to get some other tools and structures because, we all do it. Everybody does it. It's one of those just hard things. And you really have to replace it with something. And so I would say where you become mindful that you are like in a habit, especially a habit of the emotional eating. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at comments too. When you're finding the patterns, you're going to need to like break those and replace those patterns with something. And one of the things I noticed is, and this is something I didn't do any of this mindfully as I was losing. And I'm going to tell you a story about that. But I'm looking. Oh gosh, darn it! I missed the comments. Put your comment in again. Okay. My crack is cream in my coffee. I can go without sugar, eat 1 meal a day, but got to have cream with my coffee. How much damage am I doing? It's calories. I don't think it's just like that's one of those things. Like if it's going to slow you down a little bit because of the calories. But if that's your thing and you need to keep it in order to like stay focused and still make progress, your progress will be a little bit slower. But progress is progress. I think progress is great. So don't underestimate that. But in terms of the emotional eating, so what happened in my case, so I was really strict, and it was the winter. I was down about 90 pounds at that point, and there wasn't a lot to do. And so we started swimming. There's a resort here with a pool, and we started swimming. And just because that was the only thing to get out and do at that time. And I hadn't really appreciated it, but I came to really embrace that swimming, not for the exercise, but for the relaxation element of it. And in my maintenance, I became more mindful that the swimming was bringing me comfort. And I had really started to use it as a way to replace some of the comfort eating. And I've really used that in maintenance because I'm definitely in maintenance. I have days where like I could go off the rails if I weren't really watching it. And it's those days where like that pool is like also calling me. And so I've really been more mindful of like, okay, I want to eat like everything or whatever. I'm going to the pool. And so, I mean, finding new structures really. And I know it's kind of trite, but I mean, it's what we have to do. It's what we have to do. So you get out of the sun and look for more of your comments. Okay, well, let me see the comment. Let's see what happens when you're not hungry in an hour window, but you are an hour later. I've been eating like, okay, so, so if you're not hungry when it's time, then you can wait. There's no reason it has to be at a certain time. And the whole purpose is to get you to tomorrow. And so eat and eat enough to get you to tomorrow. Draw the line and walk away, you guys. That's the key winning strategy. I'm going to tell you that I didn't appreciate this either coming out of my rapid, weight loss period. And I think it's because I started this group and started talking to you guys that I became more mindful of this key strategy and the huge value in the 1 meal a day. And you can translate it into 2 meals too. But for me, disengaging from the food. Like I'm not thinking about my next meal for tomorrow. Cut it off. I stopped thinking about it. I'm past my eating today. So I'm thinking about it now because I'm talking to you guys. But typically, I'm not thinking about it. And I just draw the line. And okay, I bought the book starting tomorrow. Okay, my son is getting married July 3rd. Okay, I missed the rest of your comment. But yeah, you got a goal, a deadline. So now here's an interesting thing on like deadlines like that. Celeste in our group had some big deadlines over the summer, and the thing is, she lost so much weight that she got down to a nice weight for her. She still, can lose more, but she struggled, and I knew she would because I've known Celeste for a long time. She struggled then with like you get comfortable. Like so say you need to lose 150 and you lose 75. So a danger is that you end up comfortable at that, especially if like the wedding comes. So I didn't catch your whole comment and I just missed the one that just came up. Gosh, I need to do this on a computer. Okay, here's the thing. You guys, you got to get all the way to the finish line. So say you have a wedding and it gets you halfway there. You need to have a really specific plan. You get through the wedding and you're hitting it. You're going to keep hitting it. You have new goals and new deadlines. And so that's the one thing I'd say about things like the wedding, which is a powerful motivator and fabulous. But depending on how much you need to lose, maybe you're not all the way there. Make a real specific plan to keep going after that event. Don't give up on it, and don't lose your momentum. Even if you need, you do a little like adjustment in that like wedding for certain kinds of eating. Just have an exit plan. Let's see. When your body started to change, did you feel like you were losing yourself? Did you get scared? I, no. I don't know that I felt that. I was so needing the change and out and living in it, like the hiking. So, I was limping. Once I was able to get out and walk, so I didn't get out and walk. There's a story in the prologue of the book, The Ridiculously Big Salad, about when I reached, I think it was about 70 pounds down. Okay, you guys, that prologue's on the website. You should read it. I'm not sure I'm going to start crying about it, but I was so my goal was to get out and hike, but I didn't actually get out and walk until I was about, and that was just walking on a road, until I was about 70 pounds down. And it really blew my mind that day that I walked because I was like a completely new person. Oh my gosh. And so my desire for hiking then, got me out and hiking more. And so I really didn't feel like I lost myself, like more like I found myself, not to be all trite or whatever. But yeah, but you know what? There are so many emotions. There are so many emotions. And I think we have to kind of balance. You got to stay focused and keep grinding. Okay. Let yourself feel the feelings, but maybe not get too deep in them. Especially without like some support. And so, how many did I lose before the pain went away? Yeah. And I missed a question right before that. And you guys, my phone has already said like I'm almost out of power. So if I die, I didn't die. Okay, it's just the phone. Okay. And let's see. Oh, yeah, so yeah, Debbie, and whoever asked before, Debbie, ask again because I can't see your comments. Debbie, yeah, so I did nothing, no exercise. And so none. And then I did very little that was systematic. You don't have to exercise to lose weight. You don't have to at all, but it's great and it will speed things up. And guess what else? You get to it's not like I don't even exercise now. I don't consider it exercise. I get to get out and walk. I don't think this is exercise. I'm out here hiking. Like look at this. I'm out here. This is what I get to do. This is an exercise. This is me living. You just living my life. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so Debbie, yeah, so you guys, if I missed your comment, just pop it in again. And we'll just see how long the phone lasts. But YouTube right here is where you'll find some videos. So I need to test with an actual computer. How many pounds did you lose before the pain went away? Okay, yes, okay. And let's see, as I think about the RBS, protein is a need and the salad and fat are to fill me up. Yeah, I think so. And truly, so the and don't overlook like the lettuce as a tool if you need more filler. It really is. And so, okay, yeah, Debbie, awesome. The book is coming. And so, how long until the pain went away? That's a good question, because my knees were one knee in particular. I'd fallen and had a bad knee injury and a sprained meniscus. And so, okay, let me read comments. Yeah, the more you draw the line, Terry says, the easier it is to draw every day. Yeah, practice it. It's absolutely a discipline. And I missed the next comment, but these comments must be here. I must be able to. Oh, wait, wait, wait. And so let's see. You said you jump started your weight loss by a fast. Was it medically supervised? Yeah. So, yeah, I had a really great doctor, and you're going to hear about him in the stories. Okay, you guys, you're going to hear about my doctor, and so yeah. So most people are probably not going to find a doctor who would like medically supervise a fast, um, and and mine was long. I don't think it was necessary to be that long. I mean, and so that's why I don't really highlight it because it kind of freaks people out. So to let people know, I mean, I mention it in the book just because it is part of my story that I did go on a long extended fast in the very beginning. You guys, I'm such a like extreme person. So, but what blew me away about what I did was not like the first water fast. You lose on that. What blew me away is that the one meal a day following it allowed me to maintain my weight loss, and then I continued to lose a half a pound a day in the beginning. And as then got further down the scale, I was basically eating the same thing. Okay, I have 10% battery remaining, 10%. My maintenance calories go down as my body weight went down, and so my weight loss went from about a half a pound a day to about a third a pound a day. So I was losing 15 pounds a month. I mean, wow. And then 10 pounds, whoa. And then at like 8 pounds, something like that. Yeah. So I found the comments. So I'm learning. Okay. And so, Donna, you started on Monday, lost 3 pounds on 3-day challenge. Beautiful. That's fabulous. And I've lost the comments again. And Marilyn, I didn't think you counted calories. So, Marilyn, I don't count calories, but like I say in some places, I don't know if you guys realize, I mean, so I have a PhD, some of you know that, but my PhD minor's in statistics, and I know food really well. And so I kind of like have a natural knack for macros. And so while I don't count them, I'm pretty mindful of, and as I was developing that salad in all those months and not even realizing it was even really a framework, it was, and it's calorie minded. And so one of the things that I recommend is if people have stalled and whatever, that they go back and they count those calories. And read my question but never answers. So Rose, you asked about how long it took for the pain. I think, did I not answer that? Oh yeah, I didn't answer it because I'm not sure. So the knee pain, and I don't know if this is going to apply to your pain. So sorry if I'm not answering your question, but by the time I got out and I was 70 pounds down, and that's why I went out and walked. I then could walk without limping, and so maybe it would have been before that. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't get out and walk before that. And so how long was that into it? That was in November. So 3 months. But that's when I got out and walked. But you see cases of people in the group whose pain is like greatly reduced in days. And so the inflammatory foods that you might be eating are going to cause a lot of pain, and just cutting them out are going to make a big difference. So yeah, Rose, feel free to ask some other questions, but I don't know what else I can say about that. And because it's really going to depend on like, the source of your pain and what you're doing about it, so that's what's going to have the biggest effect. And Wendy, will a fast help? Yeah, I think sometimes a fast, but you need your exit plan for that. You need your eating plan. Some people will fast and then give themselves permission to binge. You can't give yourself permission to binge. You need to use the fast to help draw that line and to launch you into what you need to meet your goals. And you got to stay focused on those goals. And I mean, you kind of have to come to that place in your life, in your brain, in recognizing you're the only one who can do it. And until you kind of get to that point, you're going to struggle. And you're going to find all the ways to convince yourself to do something else. You're always going to want to do it. Always. You will always work on convincing yourself. So you got to get like that part of you, that inner strength, to focus on those goals and recognizing you really are the only one who can, like, pull yourself out of that pit. That's it. I'm sorry. I know. Um, I mean, that's the good news and the bad news, right? Absolutely. So, yeah, it's very bad news and it's very good news. I know. I know. Like I mean, I know probably most of us would pay a lot for to have this problem just taken care of for us. And it just never happened. So, let me see. I'm going to see if I can the I'm trying to find the comments. See, I've kind of lost the comments again. Let's see. I don't know why they're not coming up. Well, if I haven't answered one, you could, oh, so there's some. Feel free to put them in there again. Let's see. Oh, you guys, thank you. Thank you for your comments. How have I been adjusting lately in terms of maintenance, maybe? Oh, wait, let's see. Our bowel issues common when you start. Okay, so let me get that first. So, you know what? There are so many discussions in the Facebook group about various bowel reactions. So I really direct you there because I wouldn't say they're common, but there's enough discussion about them that you're gonna probably find some sisters and brothers in there and whatever the issues are. So yeah, I definitely direct you there. But you know what? One thing that's kind of under maybe appreciated is like my husband's story. So he was blaming the salad. He was blaming the salad for what his little chocolate stash was doing because when he started the diet, what he did is he had the salad, but then he had like a some kind of a sugar-free dessert, and it was one of these with one of the sugar alcohol sweeteners. Well, those cause bowel distress. And so I looked at everything that he was eating and I said, you know, Sander, why don't you cut out the chocolate? Like he was totally saying it was a salad. Just cut out the chocolate for a day and report back. And indeed, it was the chocolate. So look at everything that you're eating and consider what it might be. Okay. And because definitely those sugar-free chocolates, you guys, especially if you're eating a lot, like maybe one is not a problem. Hey, Aunt Joyce. And one may not be a problem, but you know what? Who eats one? Who eats one? Oh my gosh. Because in here it's sugar-free and it's like free. It's not, you know what? It's got calories and those things. Oh, can definitely make you fat. Don't let them game you. Okay, but wait a minute. Let me scroll up because I missed. See, I'm getting distracted. So, just looking back for the one that I just missed. Is there a way to have one meal a week that is normal? Jerry asks. Well, I don't know what you mean by normal. So maybe, and it depends on your goals. I mean, you really can craft this any way you want. It's a matter of what's going to meet your goals. If you have a lot of weight to lose, I would just lose it. I would lose it and get to that place where your life has changed and you can like live in your goal and make your decision. Like, if if you can handle eating those meals a week or whatever, and make your decision there. But yeah, to some degree, depending on what that meal is, you're gonna get out of ketosis, and it's gonna take you a few days probably to get back to fat burning. Do you want to give that up for a meal? I don't know. Like I've been working on the psychology content, and that's what a lot of it is like weighing your decisions mindfully and making the one that's right for you because there's lots of different circumstances we have in life that are going to cause us to make different types of decisions, and the decision that you make for you might be great and right for you. It might be bad, you need, but it's going to be yours, so you need to be mindful of what it is. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit distracted because I'm trying to, oh shoot. um The iPhone is not. Okay, see, I'm learning something. The iPhone isn't a great thing to go onto YouTube with. Let's see. And You know what? And let me say one more thing about like Jerry and your question about a normal meal. Because people do like I'm pretty strict. I'm really very strict. And people comment about like how sad like I'm not getting the dessert or whatever. I'm not sad at all. I mean, don't feel sorry for me. Really. I have made decisions that have helped me maximize like what I want, my happiness. And so I want that for everyone here. And if that involves like you deciding to have that regular meal a week, I think that's really, really great. But we all have to look at what we can kind of afford to do or what and what the cost is like of that meal a week. For me, it's not worth it because I would then be struggling to keep what I have. And but your metabolic rate may be different. Your calorie needs may be different. My husband's are a good bit different than mine. And so we all have kind of, a different little landscape that we're working on. Yeah. And so we really have to, and it ends up being, it's our own decision, it's our own life. And so we need to be mindful of it so that we can make the decision that's right for ourselves. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this interface. Oh, wait, let's see. Dessert is sadness, sugar is sadness. Yeah. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's just the only reason it keeps winning is because it is the in the moment thing that everybody, it gives that in the moment pleasure. So, yeah. So, Lori, yeah, knowing that, so, I have a video here on YouTube about the perception of choice. And like seeing so many people doing this is what's driving a lot of our success. When you have struggled with diets your whole life and you have like that history, that long like path of diet failure, it's hard to ever imagine that you have a choice. But choice, recognizing that you have a choice, is what drives success. And that is what's driving the success of this community. So many people see that, wow, I guess I do have a choice. I mean, wow, right? That is driving so much success here. And let's see, just scrolling up to see what I've missed. Pop your comment in again if I've missed it really. Let's see. Yeah, Jan talking about how good the vegetables taste. I really have developed a taste for the salad. I was never a salad eater before, and I used that meal model because of like the calorie thriftiness of it. Let's put it that way. Not because I just loved a salad, but I now do love a salad, and it's so flexible. It has so many great flavors, but I feel like maybe psychologically as well, I do associate it with my success, and that might be part of why I now love it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's all about the trying to find, so focusing on the long term. It's so easy. The whole problem is these eating decisions are very short term focused. And so, how can you begin to train your brain to make the decisions from a different framework? And so the psychology, people in the psychology module, which is just in beta, so it's not even done yet. You I talk a lot about that in there. So. Oh, how have I been adjusting lately? So, yeah, that's a comment I missed earlier. And I assume you mean in terms of maintenance. So, I eat more in maintenance than I did in the weight loss period, but it is still so easy to eat too much. I mean, that hasn't changed. And so it's a matter of like keeping the structures in place so that I can, maximize my happiness. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Just scrolling down again. So, hey, you guys. So, thanks so much for coming and helping me test out this like hiking internet thing. But yeah, I'm feeling